Hello Collective, thanks for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. So as always, thank you for those who have continued to support my channel, and welcome to those who are new. I'm trying to distance myself away from something that I've just been shown, and if it starts coming out then I will share it, but it was a little bit dark, and yeah, it's shaken me up a little bit. It shocked me, definitely. All right, let's just I've asked to, I just need to be shown what over the last 48 hours is what I've been asked to see, because of what I was just shown to do with my spirit protector. But this energy is like my darkest shadow side and my ultimate protector. That's what comes forward, but obviously I don't get to see the dark side of the shadow. That's what others encounter with when they're literally calling it in. Sorry, I'm gonna have to just carry on. I'm gonna have to, it's like yeah, all right, let's just get this energy a bit and then I'll try and just tell you. But yeah, crown chakra. Okay, so the last 48 hours something's gone on in the physical realm that unbeknown to me, so it's definitely to do with the group that keeps coming forward in the readings. But there was, yeah, look, there's a tower. I mean, that could also be the universe. Yeah, wow. Yeah, oh my god. And then we've got like even the motorbike. This is mental. All right, so something has really, like, we're all waiting for when's karma playing out when, but there's a particular one of the group that I look into with those that follow, Christian, has done the most, and he already had a higher calling, higher purpose, but went off course along the way, as those that followed with him well know. Whereas what I was just shown, and then wanted to check the energy for the 48 hours, because yesterday's energy was really weird as well. But basically the being has can only describe it as like a meat conveyor belt thing, like you would see in the butchers, where the animals are by the feet, like the hanged person card. There was 3 males, 2 went kind of, it's like a clothing rail thing. I can't even laugh because it was just mental. So 2 went kind of round the bend, and then this was the person that I know, ex-friend Christian, and I just saw his face and recognised it was him, but like the eyes were just sort of staring, and I had to look away and thought, whatever is that? Sorry, it's a bit, should have, like, literally trigger warning, should have said that. So anyway, I'm like, what's, and then next thing, just saw whew, like pulling down, and everything, like, all was stripped off. You saw the light bodies of them, which were pale, and then a flip like a whip. It's even describing it's not going to be showing what it was like, obviously. When I've asked, what the hell was that? What they're saying is, because he has done the most ill intentions, planning, everything, tearing down, he's not done anything to correct it, whatever it is, but they still are carrying out a rebalancing. So even if I'm like, oh, just leave it, but this past that point, we've got the universe there, waiting game, time's up. I don't know who the other two were because I didn't see their face because I was trying to make sense of what it was. And what they were saying was done is was stripped down, exposing the light body, the astral body, because he does astral project into people's dreams. It's like complete violation, and was stripped and capped of spiritual practices, and still trying to override that. Tapping into real dark entities, which is why they've matched like for like with that. This though, it's so the things pulled back, exposing the light body, the astral body, and that snap was like the feet, like shaking, like snapping a whip or shaking us up to pull this back up, removing the astral body. I didn't know that that was even a thing. Why would I, or who would even? So make of it what you will, but it's done my head, because that's what they're doing. They're stripping him so he can't keep violating, astral projecting, to crossing people's boundaries, turning up. So whatever has gone on as well. But the thing is, well, it was like, why that? But that's what people, when they're saying, oh, they're sucking their souls, these ones are light beings. That's the astral body, the light body that they're going for, not the soul. They're taking out the light body, because what they're saying is the abuse to that light body was already failing and dimming anyway. So to stop them like breaking more spiritual laws and just all of it, just to remove all the abilities. Wow, that's, I don't even know what you're going to make of it, if I can even post it. Look at those cards. Choose wisely. You saw me shuffling it. Choose wisely. Disruption, which is a tower. Universe. Waiting game. Balance. When you're abusing your light body, your astral body, what happens in a lot, especially those that were following him, was always stipulated you had to do what he said to be able to ascend. There was only one way to ascend, and that was the CH21 route. But a lot of those people were getting sick, extremely fatigued, and that is an element of the light body is failing, the astral body is weakening. That's why that's the fatigue. But he just said, oh no, that's your ascension symptoms. Whereas when you're tapped into the light, it replenishes your light body. And that's what they're going for. They're taking that away because they are able to, we would call it harvesting, but they're able to replenish it, transmute it, and do something more productive or beneficial for all with those astral bodies, and capping them from being able to, that's turning up women like incubus, succubus, all of those type things. Wow, that's blown my mind. It really has. Just even the way, I'm like, let's get into this, because... So apologies if that's freaked anyone out the same as it did me, but I just put, maybe I should have waited before I put the camera on, to be fair, but I didn't. And so, well, yeah, it's the going round on the conveyor belt bit that's really getting me as well, because I didn't know what I was looking at and why I was being shown it. So yeah, we're looking at what happened, that it was the time run out. It seems almost as well, why then, or what's gone on, what's triggered it. So the only thing that I can think, we're going to look through the cards, what triggered them to perform that immediately, when he's been chatting shit the whole time, like fucking slating, they're on about nothing's being put right. He's drinking and that's failing the light body. It's like killing the light body, drinking himself to death is what they're saying. So they've took it to well, okay, that's going to be interesting, because he can have a lie, bless him. So wow, I wonder, it's like I'm dying to, I felt my instant thing as well was I need to ring him, or I needed to, and then I just thought, we've got no contact anyway. And then what, so you're not going to get a straight answer. How can you ring and tell someone that? Oh, anyway, mental. I want to know what triggered that. I didn't even know what stripping the light body. But then why would we know about that? Who's going to be able to tell you that over an actual light being? Great, almost scared me. Look, walking away, he didn't walk away. None of them walked away. And that was it. Choose wisely. This is the thing, when the spirit realm are coming in, it's like, that judgment card, there was a period of time where it was like, oh yeah, judge it. It was showing up all the time. And even myself, it's like I would say it, and you don't really imagine what's going to happen, or if it is, or whether it just makes you feel better. But for me, there's no doubt it's what I've been experiencing over this past, well, it's got to be a year now that it's really been, they've been properly active. I don't know, my brain's spinning out, if I'm honest, because that's freaked me out. But to know that was always like a saying or a myth or something like that. It was just like something we say, but it's like, well, it doesn't even actually mean that, or what. But to see now it's in action, and there's multiple accounts of them in action, that that's the unnerving bit as well, because it's like still trying to fit, well, what does that actually mean? They're here amongst us, yes, they always have been, but they're coming forward, their presence is more interactive. And I'm awake, obviously, and it's not in the sleep state, it's not, that's the bit that I'm still getting my head round, how interactive it is. And people could say, oh yeah, psychosis or whatever, call it what you want, but no. It's lasted a long time, if so. That was mad. All right, it's like I want to speak to him though, to see, did he notice anything? What, he'll just lie, he won't even admit to that, I'm sure of it. And he does go around pretending that he's like Phelan, so it's like ultimate disrespect to the spirit realm, constant. So of all the things, I'm not surprised. Yeah, holding back, holding the ascension process back by leading people the wrong way. That was already a no-no. It was the finances, the greed for that, vulnerable people collecting their monies off of them. People have lost homes. Someone that was so loyal as well, Dean, you stood by him, had his back, and then got thrown under the bus. It's that. It will couple in. This isn't just, wow, disruption, the tower, trying to defend. So vulnerable people trying to defend themselves against the scams, the cons. Vulnerable if you're in your sleep state and they're astral traveling to try and access your dreams, or you're just moving around your home, you know, that feeling of something being there, like watching in the corners. That's what they want, all to like play with your mind and things like that. And it's a feeling, isn't it? Not everyone can see. I can see the energy, so it's different, but most people can't. But they would be able to feel if someone was stood right behind them. People get that feeling, but that's what they do to try and mess with people's minds. So yeah, disruption. They couldn't defend themselves or their actions any longer. That's so mad. The King of Pentacles. So whoever this person ends up turning out to be is probably one of a couple over the time, but this person's been paying for spell work or energy manipulation of some kind. Obviously, we know the hatred he's got against psychics, clairvoyants and mediums, saying that we're all frauds. But yet here everyone is, and they're all showing off their gifts and all the rest of it. I can't help but think of the Resonating Army, and this is no shade against them, but where are their minds at now with this far? Didn't ascend, or is it been admitted that it was a joke, or now he's going down the multiple personality switches route to strengthen like the end game, get out clause type things? Definitely gotta, I mean, I don't see how else he would be able to just go, oh, I'm bored now, I was fucking around. Because everyone knows he's lied all the way through. And again, cursing the Resonating Army, completely loyal all the way through. Yeah, I don't know, it don't fucking matter. He didn't give a shit, did he? So whatever. But yeah, so paying for energy manipulation, yeah, that's what they're saying. The money that he took from people believing he was a light being, or he was a Palladian or Centaur. It used to change. One minute he was just human and kept re-looping, didn't reincarnate. Then it changed all of a sudden to he was full-blown ET and we were all dumbasses, and he was here to wake up and save humanity. He woke me up, I will give him that. I was awake, but I had nodded right back off to sleep. So yeah, I will give him that badge, as I do hold my hands up to say. But probably didn't need waking up, did I? Not now that everyone's all going down the psychic route anyway. So yeah, if there would have been no interference, I would have been no different. So yeah, what's he actually got from this? He's like stripped. That's like ultimate. It's got to be. What can be worse than having your light body stripped and put back together by light beings? That's just too crazy. So you're walking around and it can't clearly affect, well, he's already affected, but I'm just trying to work out if, so it's not going to do, so the health is failing anyway, that's what they're saying. The light body, the astral body is dying because of the abuse to the body. It's tearing. That's the auric field will get tears from the drug use, the smoking, the alcohol, and just the ill intentions, the bad thoughts. It collects in your auric field. It makes sense that, I'm not saying they don't take souls, maybe they do. I know they like the real dark, but that's like absolute demon time. They'll come and get that, but it's not like if we're high vibration, we've got like demons sucking our soul and harvesting for that. Maybe that is what the confusion is, because what else would we have thought it was? But it's not. It's the light body for those that are already above and beyond spiritual law violations. Wow. All right, so paying for spell work, energy manipulation, sacrificing in the sense, doesn't have to be like animals and so, but performing energy manipulation, but in the worst ways, obviously. It's not just done for no reason. This, you've got to remember, is an extreme case. I don't know who those other two were, and I'm not going to get to know, am I? Yeah, look, even look at the waiting game, and then you've got the Three of Wands looking out, waiting. So did they know it was coming? I don't know if he's still saying that he's getting messages anymore, or if he just knows. But it's even that as well, the lies that are said. This is the right, it's like put the, it don't even matter, but it's, the thing that's got me is how extreme this is, and how simple, tiniest simple actions he could have done just to level it up a bit. But because he did have a purpose, not that we don't all have a purpose, but it's like knowing that you're here. He's always spoke about when he was 10 or young, and knowing that he was going to be doing whatever, but he's gone off track. It's the greed, the being able to take advantage of vulnerable people and nobody question it because of who he claimed to be, that type of thing. So that is heavy penalties. It's like as bad, like say a divine masculine emperor energy attacking like an empress energy in the archetype, the spirit realm, all of those things. It's like, it's a no-no. He, if that archetype or that, I mean, he's always showed up in the Emperor reverse anyway, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, to get to that stature, that's a archetype, that's a protector, not an abuser or abusing your position of authority. That's why it's in the upright, and the tyrant is in the reverse, which is how he always would show up. But look, waiting, looking out, so maybe they could sense something, they could feel it. We was just talking about astral projectors standing behind people, and free ones. No, stop it. Three ones, 3 people, there's 2. And the balancing, oh, right, anyway, the putting them, didn't get the memo. Putting a message across. How did they take them though? Did they know? Did they? Oh, I've got too many questions. What do we want to... For anyone that's still here, that is. Let me take these. I don't even know what to ask. It's blown my mind. Yeah, what was it that set it off? But I suppose that's as clear as they can make it for my frazzled mind. So we've got the Chariot taking charge, taking power back. He was out of control, or they were out of control. Nothing was changing. He'd been warned, couldn't defend himself or his actions anymore. Nothing was changing, so they've enforced change. Oh my God, how scary. Oh, see, that's why I wouldn't. Yeah, look, nothing can't manifest, probably hasn't for a while anyway. Choose wisely. The universe overseeing, you can forget magic. I bet that's been blocked for a while anyway. Paying for spell work, black magic when it's in the river. Oh my, wow, this is mental. King of Pentacles, paying. I wonder if that was one of the others. I don't know. So the Magician in the reverse. What? The waiting game. And so what they were waiting, they could feel it, or waiting for their ships to come in. So waiting for the downfall, maybe. And they're like, no, we've come instead. So mad. It's like the level of that. I didn't even know it was like that darkest. So I knew that they did because of the holding of the shadow energy, which does get intense, but I'm still working with it. But that was full on extreme. I don't even think I want to get to that level. What, can you imagine? It's like can you imagine if we all got to that level? No, stop. That's... What film is it reminding me of? Like, is it Meat Train or something like that? Oh, it looked like a friggin' B movie. I'm not even going to be able to sleep tonight myself, and I do this stuff. All right, let's just get on. Page of Cups, stop. But they won't have learnt their lesson. It's going to depend, is it? What's the after effects? Are they going to remember? Are they going to know? How can you, if you've just had your whole like skin suit zipped down, that ripped out and then flicked to you back up again? That even that flick is mental. It's like a whip holding the feet, and then it was all up. Stop. I wouldn't even know how to get hold of him, to be honest. I'm not going to anyway, but yeah. My first thought was, is he okay? So I suppose that's something. It's a thought that counts. Look, don't learn the lesson. Immature, childish. Page of Cups. Come in like, oh, waking up humanity. I know everything. I'm the most clever person on the planet. But yet you're showing up as a page. You're not showing up as an emperor. You're showing up as a page that's got a lot to learn, and the level of that. Reversing time, something about that. It's, yeah, going back to the beginning. You'll start again. It won't be in this lifetime, will it? It'll be like, it's done. What a waste. Choose wisely. You're going all of your life waiting to get older to get into your mission properly. Even, oh, it don't matter, does it? It's like, what a waste. I can't even get over these cards. Choose wisely, disruption, which is the tower, the universe, the waiting game, and balance. It's like, we don't need you to believe us. We've told you, and we'll do it. In divine timing. You don't need, yeah, look, you don't need to see it coming. You're not going to see us coming. We're invisible, but you will feel us. Wow. Knight of Wands and balance, like we're sending a message. And that was yesterday's reading as well. It was like they're saying, and that energy was already quite stern. It does feel different when so when that type energy comes, it's almost like I'm walking to try and get get away from there, like it's this, and to convey a message. And like, yeah, okay, I got it, and I just try to get on. It's like I'm rushing to get away when there's nothing to rush. I've got to wait for the message that they want me to convey. So that was yesterday, but it was very like stern energy. And that's what they're saying. They're going to just start taking action because we're trying to implement change. It's mental. This, you've got to understand as well, this is for those that are sinister, dark thoughts. It's like, I don't know, maybe when he's drinking he goes into really dark. Most people do, don't they? Dark, whatever. If something's, I don't know, I'm not a mental health expert at all, and I've not seen him, so I don't know what state his head's in, and I definitely well, don't know. But this is within the last 48 hours. This is the energy of then. And that was that would be like the judgment card as well. Choose wisely. You can choose to take a different route, but they just carried on wielding their stick. Hello, sorry, my battery was about to die. Yeah, they probably stopped me from whatever I was about to say. Yeah, so something about the message. What they've also was showing as well is within that 48 hours, there was something else, or whether it was all connected, I don't know. Something else was being planned, and that's why they've come in. So there was something about unwanted attention on those that were circulating round. They've pulled back, or was told to stay back, but that still didn't stop this. It's that when it gets to a certain level, that's why they've come forward in the way that they have in the first place, because of the extremes that it was going to, literally to step forward as protector. That's why for me, with the King of Swords, when it's showing up, that's them. Yeah, all right, so with the Knight of Wands, the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, well, the message, he will, oh, she's being paranoid, or she's imagining it, probably will pay for the resonating army to say, oh no, he came to visit us in the night, just to whatever. It's always got to lead back to I got it wrong. But yeah, okay. Yeah, if I can produce this. It's even the way you can't make that shit up, can you? Was pulled on camera. But look, the Hermit, not going within, not looking in, but yet you're presenting as like an alien or archetype or Phalon or whatever he's calling himself now. So the rebalancing can't happen. It's not getting the message. Coming from a page, beginner's mentality, not somebody that's lived multiple lives, here to make a change and a difference. Going all through your life just to have it stripped, and you've still got to continue the rest of your life capped and stripped. That's mental. But the Hermit in reverse says it all. You just refusing to go within and heal and rebalance, put anything right, think of or take actions from a higher perspective, new beginnings. Wow. Maybe he might come back and be a bit more, I don't know. Wow. It's good. Okay, so I don't know what's in Ace of Wands in reverse, the Fool in reverse, Tower in reverse. Well, it's not a passing, as far as we know. Look, there he is. Yay, profile picture. Emperor in reverse, Ten of Wands, doing the most, keep piling on more and more pressure. They weren't happy, upsetting, no communication, not trying to put anything right, backfire of energetic work, and look, the Judgment. Yeah, and that action, look, wow. All right, I need to just close this energy off with a crazy. Emperor in reverse. Alright, so let's just see this two. The number 4, an imbalance, it was in reverse. Stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. So something was being planned, and they were like, no, that's not happening at all. Wow, probably come in and shut it down. So 9 of Gabriel, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activation. And that was in the reverse. So yeah, don't move forward. And the 2 of Gabriel, 2 again, rebalancing. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. It's new beginnings. Important relationships with people who share your vision. Whoa. If you're not going to get along with people, if you're here to cause chaos, divide, when everyone's trying to pull together, what do you expect? did not see that coming though, did he? Wow, that's so crazy. I'm in shock. All right, so there you go. I had to put the camera on and share with you, and I am glad that I did, because you would probably have never believed it, and you may not still, but wow. All right, have a lovely night. Bye bye.